Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Let's Play series of me. I could not let the entire fantasy thing go, so I thought I'd pick up a little bit of a hybrid. This is Dragon Commander, and it's a really interesting game. It's got elements of role-playing, lots of elements of strategy, and and fantasy and technology and all of that. We're in a weird little mix, which is really fun. As well, we'll start a new game, and it'll quickly explain itself what this is all about. And I hope you're pleasantly surprised, as I was, by playing this. So, I'll begin a single player and a story campaign. Now, I won't be doing as my whole Steam name here. No. Let's see, I do like the color blue, so let's stick with blue. Difficulty normal, that's fine. Now we have choose your dragon. Yes, you are a dragon in this. You're not commanding dragons, no, you are a dragon commander. So you are a dragon who's also a commander. That makes sense, it's interesting. So we have the saber dragon, mountain dragon who's very fighty and kind of thick. And the Zephyr Dragon. I really like the Zephyr Dragon, so I think we'll go for that one. Just by the look. So the skills not entirely, but we can always change our skills up a little bit. We can buy new skills and everything, so this is just a more challenging start, as it were. I will be role-playing a bit in this, so also take that into account when you see what type of moral choices I make during this, because the opinions of Avon might not necessarily reflect the opinions of this Let's Player. That out of the way, we'll be playing as Dragon Avon. Yes, I like this name, sounds kind of fantasy. So, let's get to it and hear the story.
Thousands of years ago, Sigurd I built incredible engines of war, and with them forged an empire. The emperor married and sired many children. He even had a love child with mysterious Aurora, an ancient dragon in a woman's guise.
It's good
Once
to be the
united,
emperor.
peace was declared in Rivellon, and bloodshed soon forgotten. But Sigurd's realm of peace was shattered when his own sons and daughters rose against him. War returned with a vengeance, and annihilation reached new heights. Desperate to safeguard Sigurd's legacy, the wizard Maxos sought the help of the one child that never betrayed his father, Sigurd and Aurora's son, the half-dragon prince. He would be the one to save the empire from ruin, and to aid him in his quest, Maxos delivered unto him the imperial command ship known as the Raven.
Well,
this is the story
flying
of
ships in
Maxos and the dragon. This is the story of the Dragon Commander.
or the Commander Dragon. I think Commander Dragon actually would be more fitting. I don't know, revolting is. That doesn't mean anything. Oh yes, I'll change my voice a little bit when I come to the actual role-playing. So let's even read this. Sigurd I, Emperor, murdered. Soon sons and daughters go to war. Siblings vie for the throne. No quarter given. And that proclaim the war as a punishment from the gods. Gold prices skyrocket. War not all bad, say the dwarfs. Decades of peace end on a bloody battleground. War waged with terrible contraptions, elves and lizards horrified, imps delighted.
Welcome, noble dragon, to the Raven. This wonder of engineering, this miracle wrought in magic that has a living demon for a heart.
Yes, I appreciate you paying me proper homage, Maxos.
Between the knowledge I shall pry from this infernal creature's cryptic mind and the avalanche of tomes, manuscripts and blueprints aboard awaiting study, We will catch up with our enemies in no time and claim back the lands they have taken by force.
Such knowledge is risky, Maxos. I'd hope to only use as much as possible, and as little bloodshed as possible.
Our task is monumental, but we will not have to face it alone.
Yes, I'm
Two
well aware.
famed generals are here already, loyal to the legacy we are trying to save, and therefore loyal to you, given time.
May they fulfill their destiny and fulfill their purpose.
I have furthermore enlisted the service of Grumio, an imp of devilish cunning that can fashion anything my research will uproot. Already he has created you a wonder he calls a jet pack.
Yes, it's quite a piece of technology. Still, it is an odd thing for a dragon.
Talk to these men, get your bearings, and begin your conquest. If you have any more questions, you can find me in the royal chamber, which I shall use as a study.
Yes, may destinies be fulfilled, and everyone work towards their proper purpose.
Good luck, dragon. May the divines be with you.
And may they be with you, Maxos. So, let us meet this first general.
Let me tell your right of the bat bastard that I hold you in very little regard. Your father may have been a great king once, but this last decade, a crowned pig would have played the part better.
Perhaps he was here to have a lesson from it. Henry.
He became a vainglorious fool, a sloth, and a coward. No wonder then that his own children could amass armies unperceived and strike at the heart of a kingdom in a matter of days.
Discord is often the first tone of harmony.
He tried to run, but he failed, and they slew him where he stood. Now the realm has been shattered, and vultures are picking what they can from his corpse by means of new and terrifying war machines.
Yes, it is a dreadful situation. However, we will soon have this all sorted out. Trust me, Henry.
I'd say all is lost, but Maxos insists you are to be the one, the hero, who will take back the land we've lost. Excuse me if I laugh in derision. Ha 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 ha!
Do not mock me, Henry.
Still, you are a dragon, I'll give you that. And of ancient blood.
Quite.
Prove to me you have the rocks to do undaunted battle, and perhaps my respect may still be yours.
Do you have a name, my good man? Let's start introductions properly.
Henry of the House of Lanceford. More you needn't know.
And well then, Henry of the House of Lanceford. I have a name, and it is not Bastard.
Aye, and you have titles as well, but none of them king, as yet. I'll address you with the right regard the day you prove worthy of it.
Tell me of your colleagues, the other general that I heard of.
Edmund, he's called. A lizard of the House of Carcarus.
Edmund
In
of
truth,
Carcarus.
I'd rather sleep with syphilis incarnate than have him aboard. But there's no denying his talent. He's as arrogant as he is astute, and as ingenious as he is insufferable. Why don't you offer him a word of welcome? I know I won't.
I certainly will. I do not appreciate your tone, Henry, but at least you see that all has a purpose in this endeavor. Where can I find this Edmund fellow?
I believe he's in the bar. Probably searching for sherry. Just about the only drink that snooty serpent will swill.
Fine, I shall take my leave then, Henry. Be ready for war, for soon you will play your part. So, onto the bar then, eh? Ah, I see only one lizard here, so you must be Edmund.
And there we have it, I suppose. The dragon son of a monarch deposed. Rightful heir to the throne, even if he was born out of wedlock.
Such weddings are just but simple rituals for mortals to impose order on their lives and their wives.
No doubt that boar of a Henry has already introduced me in his ever-elegant way.
Yes.
So here I am, Lord Edmund Augustus III, Duke of Hawknest Hall. I'd add at your service, but I don't think we're quite there yet.
Yes, well, I am Avon, future Emperor of Rivellon.
To be perfectly honest, I'd normally entertain the idea of lending my expertise to your cause as curtly as I'd consider attending a dwarven opera. But not unlike my fellow general, it is Maxos's backing of this enterprise that has me intrigued. You have doubts benefit, Dragon. Let's see how far it takes you.
I will tolerate you so long as you tolerate me. I sense a lot of distrust in you, Edmund. What has this caused such?
When one dwells among the highest echelons of power, where ambition runs thicker than blood, distrust is your best friend, as is its brother, caution. In your case, though, the waters of misgiving run somewhat deeper. You are, after all, but a half-dragon.
My blood is quite strong. Do not doubt that, Edmund.
They call your kind dragon knights to lend an air of nobility to a lowly mixed breed. Not many make the distinction even, but the crucial difference is impurity. Human ancestry taints your being, for humanity and weakness are two sides of the same tuppence I drop in beggars' hats.
Still, my sight is far greater than that of a human, and you, Edmund. Do not doubt me in this.
A bastard twice are you, my lord. Bastard born and bastard bred.
Perhaps a bastard is exactly what this land needs, Edmund. And what is your take then on this war so far?
Only that it was bound to happen. For when an emperor weakens, his empire weakens with him. Now a litter of dogs is fighting for the throne, so maybe their dragon half-brother can walk away with it.
You make it sound insultingly trivial. Still, there is a truth in your words. Take that as my blessing. Now then, these engineers, this technology. Let us hear of it. This is the imp Grumio. Max has mentioned him. Let's speak with him.
Greetings,
Curious
sire,
creature.
sprung from kings. I am Grumio, son of Gromio, an imp of good and honest standing. Your technician, shall I be, if it pleases you. Your engineer and architect.
You pay me proper respect, Grumio, son of Gromio. I will allow you to fulfill your function. Tell me more of it.
I hope you'll like my jetpack. It is my gift to you, to keep without recompense, for gladly shall I remain aboard this wondrous ship to tinker and toy, hammer and hew.
It is a most worthy tribute, Grumio.
She is special, this vessel, filled with wonders undiscovered.
So I
The
hear.
wizard, he feels it too. The taste, the tingle of mystery. Oh, to unlock its secrets.
How come you know so much of this new technology?
Well, my lord, when your good father and Maxos first started to conquer the world with their fancy machines, we Emps were mesmerized. None of us cared if we were being drafted into a strange warlord's empire, for if those were the weapons he wielded, we were all ready to welcome him with open arms. By golly, were we ever.
Yes. Progress. But do you see more beyond this progress, my impish servant?
Steam-driven giants on land, on sea, even in air. Oh, the ecstasy! Such wonders, such ingenuity, and jeepers, what cannons! Ever since then, some 30 years hence, us imps have dedicated our existence to the advancement of these delightful machines.
I see. Well, you certainly are people that can easily fit into your intended purpose.
Now, before those blessed days arrived, people regarded us as eccentric gnomes taken to experimenting with flame, gas and liquid like so many charlatan alchemists. But those days are over. We are scientists now, famed and fortuitous.
One might say you always were scientists. It's just now that the rest of the world sees you as such.
The truth be told, though, we've never quite given up our love for all things combustible. Rather on the contrary. Not that you mind, do you, my lord?
Yes, well, let's have a look at your research.
Without delay, my lord.
Now then. Transport ships, yes. I think this will be important. Slipping out of character for a moment. Well, transport ship are borders. We soon will be needing to move our troops across the fields. Let's see. Air turrets won't be need. Hunters I also like, so let's get hunters. Right, now we could spend all of our research points, but there's still one thing I'd like to do. Let's go to the royal chambers and see to Maxos. Into character.
Never
Maxos.
hesitate to seek my counsel, Dragon Knight. Tirelessly I study and question, in the knowledge that my discoveries will make you the mightiest dragon ever to have soared the skies.
Do not seek glory for its own right. Seek to help me make this land proper once more. Still, your respect is appreciated.
We too shall unite dragons' daring with wizards' wisdom. Nothing shall stand in your way.
Or wizards' daring with dragons' wisdom, Maxos. What is your true and our true end goal, Maxos?
In a few words, victory and destruction. First, we must vanquish all warring rivals for the throne. Then, we must undo the technology that enabled them to go to war in the first place. We will rekindle the Empire of Peace your father founded, and be rid of the apparatus that might threaten it once more.
Tell me about this war and peace then, Maxos. It's curious that you want to undo the technology. Oh, I think I see where your thoughts lie.
That is quite a tale, my friend, so bear with me.
Fair enough. Speak.
Since the dawn of time, beautiful Rivellon has been a stage of bitter rivalry, strife, and war. Haughty humans, all too lofty lizards, dogged dwarves, erratic elves, irrational imps, dogmatic undead, and yes, wayward wizards even, couldn't forego the time it takes for the moon to wax and wane without turning to fresh violence.
Yes. This is why most of the dragons left your world. Still, there is potential if properly shaped.
Peace. The word itself hardly had a meaning. It was an abstract. Until after long and dark ages, 3 men decided they had had enough. I was one of them. The other 2 were your father Sigurd, and an eccentric inventor known only, even by us, as the Architect.
That is most curious. How he could keep such a thing as his name secret for so long, so complete.
We knew war would continue everlasting, unless one king would stand up, conquer all feuding factions, and unite the manifold battling races under the banner of a single world-spanning empire. Easier said than done was, I believe, our initial reaction.
Still, there's vision in that. A vision I too have.
It was the Architect who provided us with the answer to the question how on earth we would go about enacting such an unparalleled enterprise. He said he had ways and means to provide your father, a battle-hardened warlord in his own right, with engines of war such as the world never saw.
Small creatures, uniting for a greater purpose. Maybe foolhardy, but it can be respected.
Technology. That was the solution. For if we could go to war with weapons so vastly superior as to be unstoppable, every opponent would have to yield before our onslaught. Where the architect obtained his strange knowledge from, he never wished to reveal. But in truth, Sigurd and I cared little for his mysterious ways. For whatever the source, our plans worked like a charm. And in a matter of years, Rivellon was ours.
Yes. Technology. It is a curious sword. One with barely a handle and a long blade.
Yes, we had done it. We had created our empire, and your father became its first and so far only ruler. For a few precious decades, peace had finally taken on a meaning. It was a bright flash, all too quickly extinguished along the tenebrous continuum of time.
Yes, I feared as such. Still, tell me your thoughts. How did the Empire, so great, fall so quickly?
Long have I asked myself that question. Yet the answer is as simple as it is obvious. Human nature. Love, jealousy, anger, grief. All of these emotions proved more fatal to the stability of peace than 100,000 war machines could.
Yes. That is a nice, dramatic answer. Still, there's more to this.
You see, Sigurd, the architect, and I remained close friends after our quest had come to completion. But then, one fateful day, a woman of unequaled beauty arrived at court. After but a glance, there wasn't a man's heart in the room, not aching for even her mildest attention or a most fleeting caress.
I think I know this tale you tell.
Your father, though married, courted her, as did the architect. For myself, I'd admit I'd given up the very secrets of magic in return for her love, but I knew rivalry could only lead to misery. And so it did. For bitter rivals my two friends became. And when, in the end, Sigurd was the one to win her affections, the architect left the palace with such hatred in his eyes as to strike me as diabolical.
I see. Diabolical. I sense dark influences here.
A year their secret liaison lasted. 1 year your father and beautiful Aurora were happy together. Then suddenly she died. And it took me a long time to find out she did so at the hand of the architect. Sigurd never knew. He was destroyed by grief. The mighty warlord withered, and with him, the soul of his empire flickered like a candle in the breeze, until his own children blew it out forever, and hacked to pieces the land that was to have been his legacy.
So this architect is responsible for the death of Aurora. One dragon sent down towards the mortals to shape it as it should be.
I promise I will tell you in due time. For now, I must keep silent. Please, don't press me any further on the subject.
What can you tell me of Aurora?
Though I said I noticed from the beginning her beauty was of such perfection as to be supernatural, I soon discovered she was indeed more than human, and that the enchanting guise we saw her in was but a mask. Behind it lurked the dragon.
The dragon. Indeed, a full-blooded one at that.
Yes, she was one of the ancients, interested in the ways of the infinitely lesser creatures we nevertheless call civilized. She was intrigued by Sigurd, his war machines, and his empire. It led her to his castle, to a brief spell of passion, and ultimately, her downfall.
So, tragic. And my father then? He's held in little regard aboard the Raven. Why is that?
No one in Rivellon, save for you, Sigurd, the architect, and I, know of Aurora and how her death affected your father. As far as most are concerned, he was a great hero who all too soon fell prey to indulgence, sloth, and alcohol, which lost him the affection of his children, and in time started the war.
Excuse us, they are. he still did fall to those sins. Despite his sorrow maybe excusing him, it does not.
They are wrong, but truth will be revealed one day. Rest assured that when we finish our conquest and I can spend some leisure time in peace, I will write his history, and yours too. Everyone shall know the tragedy that befell him, and how his son, by the woman he loved, rose to save an empire.
Well, so long as the story unites his people and gives them purpose, let us see what research your research has yielded.
Gladly shall I do so.
Yes, here we upgrade our dragon form. What's the dragon form? Well, we'll see more of it. Now, we are currently, our skill sets as a dragon are a bit weak. These powers are okay, but they're not great. And we need more passive power. So, we're gonna buy Rejuvenation, which increases our healing. And Blood Leech, which means we get health back as we do damage. Sadly, those were all our research points. So, well then let's head off and go to the meat of the game, the conquest of Rivellon. As you see, we've moved to a campaign map. And here we send our troops to... that's the wrong voice, sorry. We send our troops around to take control. So, these lands are currently unoccupied, so any troops we'll send there immediately will take control. So we'll send one troop here. The rest we will send up into these red territories, which are held by the enemy, which means we will have to fight for them. Now we have 20 gold currently. I say we need some more troops, so buy some units. I think we want a transport at least. Then we want some... how much do we have? We have 20, okay. And we can make 4 depending on how many people there are in this country, so... I think we'll do... oh, we can't do more than that. Okay. Well, let's put a grenadier with them. Good. Now these are currently being constructed, so we can't use them yet. So, our two troops have been given their orders. This one goes to the east and the other to the west. Let's see what happens. The enemy is moving in to reinforce his territory, so this will be quite a battle. Yeah, and they're moving up here, eh? We'll have to fight for more lands. Especially this one, which we will do right now. Go to the battle. Now, we can auto-resolve this, but we might probably lose and it would cost money, which we don't have. So we will lead this battle ourselves with even. Yes. Ready. So, let's see. I like all the passive ones in the back and the active powers up there. This is 2 times blood leech. Protect. This is also usable. Okay. Right then. Let's start this battle. Ooh, bunch of controls. You're moving to battle. So, as you see, these are, you fight indeed with war machines instead of actual troops. Well, there's probably troops in the actual war machines. And, well, our point is to, my primary point of this battle is to capture all these points. Which you do by putting troops near them.
Everything for the Empire. Construction underway, Commander. Construction in progress.
That's
We need more recruits, Commander.
Yeah. Each of these points give us recruit points. And recruit points are basically the primary currency used for everything. And there's a limited amount per battle, depending on how big the area is. So
Anti-ground turret completed.
the more you control, the more you can use.
Let's get this dance of death started.
Ah, there we go.
It'll be built in a jiffy.
Now this timer goes down.
Anti-ground turret completed.
Yes, our troops
The
are
enemy
moving.
can build troopers now.
Well, not for long. Let's
Not
turn
enough
into...
recruits to turn into a dragon,
Oh,
Commander.
I need
Not
recruits for
enough
that.
recruits to morph, Commander.
Well, I hope then...
Enemy troopers can now capture our buildings.
Do we have enough
Not
now?
recruits to turn into a dragon.
Why doesn't it tell me how much I need? Oh well. Our cannons are doing the job. Ah, damn it, then I still don't have enough power to turn into my draconic form. Still experimenting a little bit with the personality and voice of Avon as it is. I have to do a bit of getting used to it, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. Right, let's see if we can deal with this little group. And there we are, and we indeed have a jetpack. And now we can take a hand in the battle ourselves and shoot down these troops with death from above. Aha! And that's one army wiped. Off to the next one. Oh, this might be tricky. Oh, we're getting shot. Yeah, and too much damage and you get shot and then we have to wait. We can... But we are getting a substantial advantage in resources right here, which is nice. Here we are. Advancing army? I think not. Sad to slaughter all these mortals, but it is for the betterment of the realm.
Wall factory completed.
Oh dear.
We had better be on the lookout for enemy grenadiers, Commander.
Now you can actually command them in this by pressing this button. See? Yeah, now all the troops nearby will go to the point I just pointed at. I need to keep control of this. Now, you can't control buildings in this mode, so that's... Kill them all, my soldiers! For the proper destiny of Rebellion! Or whatever this land is called. So yes, these are kind of walker-like things.
I will stand until my last breath.
Those are the troopers, as it were.
The Emperor's enemy is my enemy.
Now, I do think it's also they're also tied to the races of this world. So this grenadiers are, I think, dwarven. A drunken man's orders are a sober man's thoughts. Good saying.
To fight.
And what do we have here?
Trumpets, hunters here, without a trace.
I also think these are supposed to be dwarven.
Like the wind,
Given the accent, feels kind of Scottish-y it.
hunters off the leash.
Okay, I suppose I'll just order everyone to the enemy
The
base.
Emperor shows us the way. Let's get this dance of death started.
Now, I'll admit, battles in this, like, they don't seem complex right now, and they aren't. And I fear they don't get terribly more complex.
Completed.
But we have a... oh yeah, you can dodge with this.
I'm the one being hunted.
Pew pew! I think I'm shooting my... Am I shooting my own troops? I'm not sure. I can't really see.
Off the leash.
I hope I'm not shooting my own troops. Else it would not be very proper, even or draconic of me, huh? Alright, move in, troops!
Without a trace.
Daka 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 daka. I think that's it. Oh well. Maybe you have more somewhere. Ah, no, they're giving up. Victory! Excellent. Oh, with that turn, a complete victory, yes. Lost armies too. Yeah, I don't know how they determine exactly how much you lose in the strategy map kind of way, because you don't lose everything, I think. So, let's even read this newspaper for the day. Total casualties of war, 1800. Oh yes, this is also interesting. I think it actually counts up what you spend in the battles. And the resources you spend in the battles, and that are the casualties of war. It's just an excellent thought system. So, let's see. That emperor. Bastard son gets wizard's backing. Triumph, Trump, overkill. Emperor says. Even undead perplexed. Enemy troops commandeer our Comorancy. What words these mortals make up. Even his magic is self-centered, complains the army. Yes, this is because I put my powers mostly in buff things.
Great dragon, glorious warlord. Once more you return from the battlefield red with the blood of slain adversaries.
I do not revel in such maxels.
These victories of yours have not gone by unnoticed. In fact, to my great satisfaction, another pair of dauntless generals has joined our company.
Oh. Let them be more pleasing and appreciative than the last ones.
4 military masterminds are now on board. More than enough to start a campaign of conquest on a truly grand scale.
Ah, yes.
No doubt you're as anxious to meet them as they are to meet you. So why don't you go to the throne room, where I've instructed them to await your arrival?
Let them be, indeed more eager to meet me than the other two I've met. Between you, me and Grumio and my generals, is my cabinet now complete?
Heavens no. You have the military firmly on your side. But civil emissaries too are bound to join our cause in due time.
Ah, excellent.
Indeed, I expect you will be declared emperor before long.
Emperor, yes. That shall do my purposes nicely.
Yes, you heard me correctly. Emperor.
Yes, I heard you.
It is inevitable. People have heard of you. The dragon. Their one hope of deliverance from war, oppression, and death. Soon hope will turn into confidence. And when ambassadors of the civilized races flock to the Raven, your political career will commence.
Oh, how pleasing. Well, I suppose it must be done. What race can do with my wisdom?
You yourself will of course represent all humans. But the dwarves, elves, lizards, imps, and undead will want their say as well. And more. Still, let us worry about politics later.
Humans,
Today,
yes.
it is your generals that count.
I shall take my leave then. And I shall take my leave, right now it's red so we can't use it. I shall take my leave as well. This was a nice, hopefully a nice introductory episode. I'll admit I'm still fiddling around with this format a little bit. So if you have ideas, tips, or just commentary, do let me know. I like this throne room. It's really nice and busy, nicely animated. With the zeppelins outside, really cool. Okay then, well, hope you're eager for this as I am. And until next time,